This is, you know what? I've always driven past it, but we stopped by today. This is your piece, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I got the name. Oh my goodness, give me your name again.
Dabl'S.
Yes, this is the artist.
Oh.
Yes.
I call myself a storyteller
Storyteller.
because I can be forgiven for doing bad art.
Amen.
You know.
Yes.
So you did all this, or like?
I had some other folks helping me.
I help you with it. This is really cool. I didn't even know about this. I'm like, stop. We have to stop.
Okay.
And we're looking at things. So it's so cool.
What an honor to meet you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
is.
for this. There's such a story here. You say
You have, that's your daughter?
No.
Your friend?
Yes.
Yeah.
All I can see is eyes.
Oh, okay.
Can I get a
I'm
selfie?
younger.
Hold on. Let me fix my mask real quick. Let me get a selfie. You know
Okay,
me
come
and these selfies. Sorry, video man. I'm stealing your person for a minute. I'm sorry.
You ready?
No. I'm protecting him from me.
Yes.
I gotta protect me from you.
Protect me from you.
You know what?
Take your time.
Okay, cool.
We're not in a big rush.
Not in a hurry.
We're going to tease your little ears today.
I know, but my masks, they don't fit my ears.
What an honor. This is such an honor
It is.
to meet you today. You got it?
Hold on, I gotta do it to the south. Where you at? Hi, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
Hello, one more please.
Yeah, I'm jumping in.
All right, jump in there. Come on, come on, come on. I'll be telling you, you gotta do selfies. Thank you. It was so great to meet you guys.
Yes,
thank you.
so much. Well,
All right.
police can tell you to tell your stories. I do hip hop,
please.
so
Yep.
around the
Okay.
world. So storytelling is how we connect communities. So
Okay.
thank you.
There's a shop there. You check that out.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. When I came here, I said I got to do something that will get the attention of people driving by. Mainly, I was just thinking about people driving down Grand River. So I started building these installations, and no one was complaining about what is that all about? We don't want that stuff in our community. And so I just continued. Once I had the people supporting me, then I knew I had something. So I began to continue to build these installations. Let me say something to the Blessing. Blessing, what I want you to do, man, is cut the board as close to the shape you can get, and then drill it in.
Yeah, that's what I was measuring right now.
Yeah, and then once you drill it in, we'll be able to put some mirrors on it later, on a later day, but just enclose it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Which one right now is closer to the frame, so there won't be that much to cut.
Okay. Yeah. This is the iron school. The installation is called Iron Teaching Rocks How to Rust. Now, iron wanted everyone to rust. And that's the metaphor. Rust is a state of deterioration. If iron is rusted, it's deteriorating right in front of you. And so why would iron want rocks rusting? That's what happened when you mimic someone else's culture. Your own culture deteriorates. And pretty soon, you forget about your culture and just move on with the culture you just have absorbed. Now this installation here, as smart as iron was, it still saw qualities in rocks that it was trying to absorb. So this installation here deals with the fact that iron is now trying to pull all those things and rocks that it has out. So that installation, but rocks would know, because rocks has no idea about its own history. So how would it know that iron is sniping stuff from it? It's impossible.
Someone's coming to see you.
Hey, well, you want to buy some beads, or you just looking? You been there before? Really? How many times you driven by?
I don't know, a long time.
What made you stop today?
I have time.
You have time?
Yeah.
So you're working, huh? Nobody's working but you. Right? This, in 1994, this Camry was almost new, but I didn't put any oil in it, blew the engine. So I decided to keep it and put it in the installation just to punish myself. And what it represents is that everyone had to go through the iron school. Everyone. So this represents by bus, by plane, airplanes, car, bike. Everyone had to go through the iron school and learn how to rust. This installation here, iron was getting a lot of slack. So iron decided if you wanted to protest, you could come here and protest and nothing would happen to you. But the rocks began to realize that people that were here protesting, they were never seen again, so they stopped protesting. Iron knew the importance of that which we call art. So it took all the children of rocks and placed them in this detention center and began to educate them on how to do art. But some of them started protesting, and then they confronted iron. As they confronted iron, some of the rocks escaped, moved to the land of wood, set up their own schools, and began to teach themselves how to rust. So the moral of the story is you got to be very careful about what you teach yourself. You just might be teaching yourself what your oppressor wants you to learn. The first person graduated from the iron school, that rock was sent to the land of wood, and it's trying to teach wood how to rust. The process of rusting involves immersing yourself in water, but it wasn't working. The wood would just fall apart and crumble. So one day they got the nerve to say to the professor, it's not working. The professor said to them, you're not trying hard enough. You got to immerse yourself in water. So the moral of this story is that once you reach your own limitations, you shouldn't try to go past something that you know is your limitation. And the second is that maybe the person who's educating you has been miseducated. In collecting the African mask, I discovered this Igbo mask, and it represents all the things that we were fighting for in this country, which we were told were not available in Africa. We were told Africa was one ruler and you did what he did, or it was just horrible. And it represents the female. I place it there, and it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, because that's one of the values of art, is that it doesn't have the same meaning to everyone. Iron. In the African system, iron was much more important. This is an Nkisi. This Nkisi has been out here about 20 years. We're going to do something to repair it. And Nkisi is a sculpture piece that you can find in Central Africa. It's a power figure. You place iron in it and you ask it to do something for you. This Nkisi has been here about 20 years, and we're about to do another one to replace it. This installation here is dealing with the significance of mirrors. You know, there are some things that occur with the mirror that we just don't even realize. When you look in a mirror, it flips your image. And when you look in a mirror, everything behind you appears to be much closer. It reflects all the light that is behind you is placed in front of you. And when you look in a mirror, you're actually looking to see what's behind you, but it's in front of you. But we accept that without questioning that. This installation here is called Wood Reservation. Wood fought a 100-year war with iron and lost. That pissed iron off. So iron put wood on reservations. The paint cans represents casinos. And iron said that wood will live happily ever after, confined to these reservations. But some of the worst conditions on the planet occur on these reservations. Alcoholism, drug substance abuse, physical and sexual abuse, all occur on the reservation. Normally we come out here once a year and redo these installations. We wasn't able to get out here last year because of the pandemic. I normally have a crew, and the governor had decreed that you can't work. So we stopped working. This installation here is called Iron Teaching Rocks Table Manners. Table manners are very important to indoctrinating a person into someone else's culture.
This is the one you spoke of inside?
Yeah. This is the one where you are taught to appreciate art, dance, theater. It's all tied into manners, table manners. Now, when rocks freed everybody. So I can't do this no more, you got your freedom. But rocks withheld the most important thing from people. It's locked up in these file cabinets. That's the electronic fence running around it. This is a moat. There's sharks in this moat. Why would iron want to protect what was in these file cabinets? What's in these file cabinets is the history of rocks. This installation here is dealing with how we have been turned against the tree, the powerful tree. It's a relic. It's where all we have left of the tree is housed here. Dabl'S.
Hi, is this the African Bead Gallery?
Yes.
Are you guys open today?
Yeah, we open to 5 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. This is the middle passage. We had a storm came through here and it knocked the board down, so we're repairing it now. This installation here was a commission by one of the universities, Wayne State, the city of Detroit. It was housed downtown in the park. They asked me to do something that people could interact with. You know, traditional interacting with people, you give them some paper and tell them to draw something. So, but I had something up my sleeve. I asked the engineers and architects that I was working with, these pieces were placed no more than 3 feet apart. Now, if you can imagine the children coming in here and looking and seeing images of themselves, in my mind, it's interacting. And it went over. They kept it there for maybe about 6 months, and it was only supposed to have been up for a month. So I decided to put it up here. This year, we're going to add more mirrors and paint. These are all the people that were a part of that project. Now, in the middle passage, I decided to focus on 3 or 4 things that occurred, rocks being on those ships, not being able to do anything but come up and use the bathroom every day. And my approach to it, I never thought art should be used as a tool to incite, to in your face the graphics of our past. But it should be told in such a way that we can go away with an understanding of what happened, because that's most important. You learn from history. History shouldn't equip you with tools to fight. It should be an educational component. This is the Nkisi house. The Nkisi, as I told you up front there, was a sculpture piece that had iron, nails, rocks, and wood. And you asked it to do certain things for you. I asked this Nkisi to do 3 things. That the vandals wouldn't vandalize this place, the graffiti artists wouldn't tag it, and the city wouldn't see it 20 years ago. When the cities finally saw it, they said, "You want that land?" I said, "No, I don't want that land." I said, every gift has something else. You know how much tax I would have to pay if I owned this land? I just wanted use of the land. And because this is such a vital part of the city's tourist sites, it remains. You know, that's the African language wall over there. The objects in the middle, from 1 row up and 1 row down, those are the actual scripted languages. And because I was limited, I was not trying to spell out anything. I just selected characters that appealed to me and put them up there, because the point was not to do no more than to remind people